He didn't love me. He loved control. And the only time he wanted me was when I was on my knees or in pain. I begged for respect. I asked for balance. But when I realized I was just a body to him, that's when everything changed. That's when I made a plan. If you've ever felt ignored, disrespected, or treated like your body was the only thing that mattered, this story is for you. Stick around, because this isn't just about pain. It's about power, revenge, and taking back your self-worth. I used to think sex was supposed to bring people closer. I'm 33, and I've always believed intimacy should be about connection, about trust, about both people feeling seen and cared for. So when I met Daniel, he was 35, charming, confident, and attentive. I thought I'd found someone who got it, someone who would love all of me, someone who would protect me, cherish me. In the beginning, it felt like he did. He'd take me on surprise dates. He left little notes in my bag. He made me laugh until I cried. And when we made love, it was soft, thoughtful, romantic. But like so many things in life, the rot doesn't always show until you're deep inside the structure. By the time I noticed the cracks, I'd already moved in with him. And that's when the obsession began. The first time he brought it up, anal, I was hesitant. It wasn't something I'd done before, and I told him that. He reassured me, said he would go slow, that he just wanted to try something new. And because I loved him and trusted him, I said yes. It wasn't pleasant. It wasn't gentle. And when I told him I didn't enjoy it, he just kissed me and said, "You'll get used to it." I didn't think much of it. One bad experience, right? People experiment. Couples evolve. But then came the pattern. Week after week. Month after month. That's all he wanted. I started noticing the shift in his gaze. He stopped looking at me like a partner. Instead, he looked at me like a challenge, a conquest. His hands that used to caress my back and hold my face now only reached for me when he wanted one thing. If I tried to suggest something else, but like regular sex or cuddling or just talking, he'd sigh. "Why are you acting like a prude?" he'd say. Or worse, if you're not into it, maybe you're getting it somewhere else. That one sentence shattered something in me. Because I was already starting to feel like a stranger in my own body. Like my pleasure didn't matter. Like I was a vending machine he paid with minimal effort and expected unlimited, painful satisfaction. My body began to recoil before he even touched me. I'd flinch when he came near me in bed. I'd find excuses, headaches, work stress, anything, to avoid intimacy. But instead of asking why, he doubled down. He started texting me during the day with explicit messages. Sometimes even when I was at work. If I didn't respond, he'd get angry, accuse me of not loving him, accuse me of cheating. And when I told him that I needed more, emotionally and physically, he laughed. "You're being dramatic. You women always want to turn everything into therapy. Can't you just enjoy sex like normal people?" I wasn't being dramatic. I was being destroyed. One night, it was late. I'd just come home from a 10-hour shift. My feet were sore. My head was pounding. And all I wanted was to shower and sleep. He was already in bed, naked. He didn't even say hi, just looked at me, pointed, and said, "Come here." I froze. I wasn't a woman in that moment. I wasn't his partner. I was an object, an item. So I said, "No, I'm exhausted. And that's when it happened. He called me a bitch, told me I was broken, said no other man would want a woman who couldn't even please her own boyfriend. That's when I realized this wasn't about love. It was about control, about entitlement, about reducing me to whatever hole he wanted in that moment. And that night, I cried in the bathroom floor for 3 hours. Then something inside me snapped. Not the kind of snap that makes you scream, the kind that makes you silent, the kind that plans. I stopped fighting. I started smiling when he made comments. I became pleasant, cooperative. If he wanted sex, sure, I'd prepare. If he wanted photos, I'd send them. I became the image of the girlfriend he always wanted. For 3 weeks straight, I never said no. And that's exactly what I needed. Because during those 3 weeks, I recorded everything. Every explicit text he sent while I was at work. Every voice memo where he described what he'd do to me. Even when I begged him to stop. The bruises from the times he got rough despite me saying no. And his laughing reply to one of my tearful pleas. It's not abuse if you're in a relationship. Then I went further. I installed a hidden camera in our bedroom, one he never noticed. And one night, when he tried to force me again, after I said no, I got it all on tape. I didn't call the cops. I didn't yell. I sent everything to his mother. Yes, the woman he worshipped. The woman who once told me, Daniel would never hurt a woman. He's just passionate. I sent it all, with a calm message. This is the passion you raised. Then I packed my things and left. Blocked him on everything. But I wasn't done. I sent the footage, blurred, anonymized, to HR at his job. Because guess what? He worked in education, a school, around minors. And guess what? They fired him. He begged for a meeting, sent dozens of emails, called from blocked numbers, left voicemails crying. I didn't reply, because now he was the one feeling powerless. His world collapsed. His mother disowned him. He lost his job. He had to move out of the apartment we once shared and back in with his cousin, who hated him. He sent one final email, just 6 words. I didn't know I was a monster. And to that, I finally replied. Now you do. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. Sometimes it's quiet, strategic, and permanent. If someone keeps treating you like you're nothing more than a body, remember, you have a mind, you have power. And when the time is right, you can take everything back. If this story hit you hard, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Have you ever had to take revenge in silence? What's your story? We've got more true stories coming your way. And trust me, you don't want to miss them.